He is the man. He is the myth. He is the legend. He brings families together. He makes sure they know who the father is. It is the guy that we like to play not once but twice here at AZTV7, and that's Mr. Maury. Maury, how are you this morning, sir?
Brad, nice to be with you. I'm fine. I'd rather be in Arizona, that's for sure. I mean, anybody who's around the East these days, all I do is I put on my weather channel on my app every single morning, and all I do is bring up Phoenix and say, why am I not there? So I'm going to be there, actually, at the end of the month because I belong to a golf club out there, and I haven't been able to play golf in about 2 weeks. And so I'll be able to play for a couple of days in Scottsdale.
Oh, please come visit me or let me come play with you.
Okay, all right. Good, cool.
Maury, let's talk about the season. This has just been an amazing season because you kind of like took a little turn from the typical shows you do now to actually helping families come together.
Exactly. I mean, what we've always known, I mean, me and my staff have always known that, you know, if we do these paternity shows in which we try to find out whether a father is the parent of this child or not, and if that parent is the father, if that guy is the father, we have a chance to get this guy involved in this child's life. And everyone knows that if you have two parents in a child's life, that child has much better chance of being successful, not only as a child, but as an adult. And so that's why we do the show. I mean, people are, so why do you do these paternity shows? I mean, they're kind of edgy and they're over the top sometimes. I said, yeah, but if the end result is that I can get this father into the lives of these kids, they have a much better chance. And the best part about it is, more than anything else, Brad, is that since we've been on the air so long, I bring back these parents and children. The kids are now late teenagers. Did the parent get involved with that child? And we find out not only did that guy get involved with the child, but he and the mother got together and they had more kids. And so this child, as an infant who was denied by this guy, is not only flowering in terms of his or her life, but the family has stayed together.
And what's so great is that you have this magical touch to make these guys actually step up on TV because they're not doing it off TV. Why is that?
Well, you know, it's very interesting. I think it's the same thing. I think when we have these out of control teenagers who run the streets and want to have babies as 13 and 14 years old because they want unconditional love. And what happens is one of the reasons why their lives straighten out, and I think this is why the fathers have the same situation, when they see themselves on my show, they're embarrassed. They realize that you know they're wrong, and it's humiliating. And they want to turn it around. And I think that's exactly what happens. I think being on the show itself and having friends and family watch you deny these kids and say these unbelievable statements when in fact it comes out that you are the father. I think that embarrassment and that humility turns their lives around and gets them involved with those kids' lives.
Yeah, it's so great how you do that, and it's amazing. So now I got to ask you on a personal level, how much longer are you going to be doing this? Because you have been doing this for quite a while, but are you just going to keep on?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. The researchers told me that between the Maury Povich show and the Maury show, it's now been 31 years that I've been hosting daytime talk shows, and they said that I am now the longest running daytime talk show host in the history of television. And I never expected that. I didn't know it. I mean, I thought maybe Phil Donahue or Oprah might have, you know, lasted that long, and apparently they didn't. So I just take it, you know, I take it 1 year at a time. We'll find out. We've got this great season going. We'll find out at the end of the season. NBC owns my show, and we'll sit down and decide whether we'll continue or not.
Well, I hope you do because it definitely is a show that we love here on our channel, and I know all your viewers do too and stuff. So, Maury, we got to wrap it up. So, please, when you're in town, let's golf. Come meet me. I'd love to do it on one-on-one in person.
Great. Thanks so much, Brett. Okay, count on it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. You know, you can catch Maury right here on AZTV 7 at 1 and 2 weekdays.